What's up, guys? It's Dan from Coin Bureau Trading. Today we're going to talk about a category of altcoins that I believe could see 10 to 100x gains in the coming weeks. This is not clickbait. This is actually something I've talked about for a long time in the Coin Bureau Club, but this is my first time revealing this, I guess, publicly on the Coin Bureau Trading channel. If this is the kind of content that you enjoy, then be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ping that notification bell. Before we get started, do keep in mind that nothing in this video is financial advice. It's just my personal analysis of the crypto market. Your analysis could be different, and if it is, that's awesome, because the more difference of opinion that we have, the better traders and the better investors we're all going to become. So I'll just start off right off the bat, guys, by saying that the next category of altcoins that I believe are going to see, could potentially see 10 to 100x gains in the coming weeks are cat-themed meme coins. I know that sounds crazy. I'm sure that some people are already saying, oh my God, what a, like typing in the comments, whatever, but just hear me out. Just stick around for a couple minutes and allow me to explain, if you will. So again, cat-themed meme coins, I don't endorse any specific meme coin. I have a bunch of them. I'll explain if you stick around until the end of the video. I'll let you guys know kind of like a pro tip on how to find what I would say is like ones like cat-themed meme coins that have potential. I can't recommend a specific one for obvious reasons. That would be kind of giving financial advice, which I don't do. But I can say that like, look, like this category of cryptos, I guess in this case of meme coins, I actually do think has serious potential. And again, I'll explain. So just give me a second. Bear with me. First reason, guys, and again, this might seem a little bit out there. First reason has to do with Roaring Kitty. For those of you guys who don't know, Roaring Kitty is basically this kind of like meme coin, like meme stock rather, trader that became very popular during the 2021 cycle, of course, like with like the whole like GameStop mania, meme stock mania, and like all this like hype around crypto and whatever. What's really interesting is that, of course, well, Roaring Kitty is in the name, and one of his final posts was showing basically, I guess, him presumably dropping no longer playing with dogs. And of course, you guys will know that in the previous cycle, dog-themed meme coins were like very big, and even in this cycle, like dog-themed meme coins, you know, like dog with hat stuff, we're seeing pretty impressive growth. But it's just, it almost makes like logical sense. I know as stupid as it sounds, it almost makes logical sense that we could see, against keyword, we could see some rotation out of like dog meme coins into cat meme coins. And again, this isn't necessarily speculation when you consider what's been going on, not when it comes to Roaring Kitty, but what's been happening in the crypto market, especially over the last few months or even the last year. Just a few things for you guys to consider. In the last few weeks, we've seen major exchanges like Binance and Bybit and a bunch of other exchanges basically posting about cats, posting about cat related stuff. And so that's kind of like, one thing that's like, okay, well, that's not really a silver bullet. You could just say it's speculation. Okay, fine. Well, another thing to consider that's really interesting is, well, I guess I'll start with the more obvious stuff and we'll move on to Vitalik. The other thing to consider, guys, is that on Solana, like the largest DEX like Jupiter, basically the founder of the DEX is Meow. They have a cat theme meme coin, which you guys can look into on your own time. But basically, again, like the largest DEX on Solana being basically branded as a cat, as having their own cat meme coin. And we have the same thing, guys, in Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid, they have their own also cat meme coin. I think it's called Purr or whatever. Again, you can look into it on your own time. But again, Hyperliquid, cat, basically cat themed, Solana, cat themed. We have even arguably Ethereum, where Vitalik himself, like he actually is, I guess, into cats. I think Vitalik even has a cat. He was doing like the Stoner Cats NFT series in the previous cycle. I don't know if it was an NFT TV show or something like that. Like embarrassing times, I'm sure, for many people. But again, Vitalik is a cat person. He was like even meowing at a robot or whatever. But it's just interesting that all these major ecosystems, like either the key, whether it's exchanges or whether it's the kind of like key builders in these ecosystems, they all seem to kind of be cat people. They're really pushing on this cat side. You're seeing more and more kind of like slowly, not like overtly, but you're seeing more and more stuff around cats. And again, this rotation of potentially there being like a rotation from dog themed meme coins into cat themed meme coins, I actually do think that's possible, especially when you consider, guys, as a fun fact. I won't say which one. You're gonna have to do your own research. But there actually are large dog themed meme coins that have started launching their own cat themed meme coins. Okay, so why would they be doing that? Logically, they'd be doing that because they think that this is potentially where the capital is going to flow, assuming the cycle isn't over and all that stuff, of course. But again, it's just, I find it very fascinating that this is just something I came across. Again, I've been posting about this a lot in the Coin Bureau Club, probably for like over a year now, because during my research, whether it's on Solana, my research on Hyperliquid, my research on Ethereum, my research on all these different big crypto projects, I'm like, why do cats keep coming up? And then the more that I look into it, and then especially people in the, I guess, shout out to people in the Coin Bureau Club, in the Discord, in the members Discord, they've actually been sharing these posts with me, being like, hey, like, I don't know if you've noticed, Dan, but like all these exchanges are starting to post about cat memes. I'm like, damn, that's really interesting. Like there seems to be something to this, right? So again, like, is it pure speculation, whatever? But I mean, of course it is, man. Like, what do you think we're dealing with here? This isn't some kind of like strategic investment, kind of thing. It's more just like a hypothesis, thesis, or you can call it speculation or whatever. But I do truly think that there is a good chance. Again, obviously, there's no guarantee that if we do see like more like speculation around meme coins, Cat meme coins is somewhere that I'm personally allocated there. Again, Coin Bureau Club members will know some of which cat theme meme coins I hold, but again, I'm like that's something that it's not something I'm betting the farm on, but it's something that I have a small allocation to. And I'll explain in just a second how you guys should, I guess, in my opinion, be thinking about when it comes to allocating. Again, I can't tell you which ones to buy, but I can give you some pointers in terms of like just something to keep in mind. But before we get into that, if you are thinking, okay, like, I'm convinced I want to, go and start trading some like cat meme coins or whatever, then do check out the link in the description here, specifically the first one, BitGet up to 50,000 USDT deposit bonus. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. And as you guys will see, the Coin Bureau does have a partnership with BitGet. But on a personal note, I am a fan of BitGet as an exchange. I would recommend giving it a shot. That doesn't mean that you should keep your crypto on BitGet or any exchange. Always keep your crypto in your personal wallet. But I do suggest, again, just make an account. It's completely free to make an account. Email, password, set it up, do the KYC, whatever. See what they have to offer. I'm sure you'll be pleasantly surprised. They have spot trading, futures. They have tokenized stocks. They have on-chain trading. So they have everything you could possibly need. It's a really great exchange that I've used personally, and I would definitely recommend. But again, that doesn't mean you should be keeping all your assets on there. Just create an account, see if you like it. If you trade enough, then yes, you'll probably get some of these bonuses here. Of course, you do have to do quite a bit, but who knows? That trading volume adds up. I know that from experience. Anyways, guys, to wrap things up, when it comes to these cat themed meme coins, again, I can't tell you which ones to buy, but one thing that I can tell you guys to keep in the back of your mind is when you're looking for these cat themed meme coins, you have to think, and this applies to any altcoin for that matter. Always think, what are the chains that are the fastest, the cheapest, and the most accessible to retail investors, right? Obviously, for Solana, like Phantom Wallet is of course like the classical front end, but there's also like Moonshot and all these different apps. Of course, Solana, like that chain, is known for having meme coins and stuff like that. But of course, what people forget as well is that recently Coinbase added support for the base chain in the base exchange, which means that now, like, you could say like onshore investors in the US or whatever can access all the kind of tokens and altcoins on the base chain as well. And what's interesting is they'll also be adding support for Solana. So that tells me, again, this is just the way that I'm seeing things, is that when it comes to, again, where I want to be looking for altcoins or meme coins or whatever, is chains that are fast, that are cheap, and that are easily accessible. The top two, in my opinion, are Solana and Base. They're fast, they're cheap, and they're super accessible. So just keep that in mind. Not financial advice, but I would consider thinking like, okay, am I going to pick some cat theme meme coin on some chain that's like impossible to access? I'm not going to name any names, but like if you have like some cat theme meme coin, it's like random layer 2 or random chain that like no one supports, it's probably not going to do as well as a cat theme meme coin that is on a chain that is very accessible, already has a lot of users, and is known or I guess is like a recognized, trusted, whatever term you want to use. So it's just something to keep in the back of your mind when you go fishing. And again, you can join the Coin Bureau Club if you want to discuss more about cat theme meme coins. But for today's video, I guess that's it. If you guys did find that information helpful or at least entertaining, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ping that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.